Who broke the security code clearance and gave you that information? And who paid to have this thing shipped over here?
Can you please talk some sense into your daughter? She's going out with a white boy.
You have an actual date? Oh, thank you, Jesus! You don't remember me, do you, May May? Mabel didn't do right by me. That's my fault. We'll protect you.
Everybody, it's DJ Raymond, Power 105.1 here at the Powers Industry, home of new music and entertainment. It's my main man, Ahmed. He's going to be our co-host today. And our guest today, I'm excited to say, she's an actress, entrepreneur, and activist, Delissa Reynolds. Did I say your name right?
Delissa, but what's
Delissa. You know, I'm a Spanish, so yo quiero decir Delissa. Pero Delissa. It's Delissa. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Delissa.
Delissa. It's all
Reynolds.
good. However it comes out, I accept it.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
How you feeling?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me.
Welcome, welcome.
Did you enjoy the massage?
I am a puddle right now.
She's relaxed.
I am fluid.
She's
it's
relaxed,
wonderful. It was
relaxed.
really great. Valencia's lovely.
So you have a phenomenal credit to your history as far as films and TV. Let's talk about some of those things.
Okay, sure.
Share with the people.
Let's just brag a little bit. Let's just post a little
Well, it's coming back. I stepped away for about 10 years to open a business.
What kind of business you had?
I owned a bar Sepia, on Underhill Avenue in Brooklyn in Prospect Heights for 14 years.
bit. Wow. Let's drink to that.
Cheers.
Red Cup Special.
and they're delicious.
No shot at drink champs.
Yeah, we closed a year and a half ago, and but before we closed, I was really encouraged to get back on the boards by first Paul Calderone and David Zayas, who now are the artistic directors of Primitive Grace, and by Estelle Parsons of the Actors Studio, I'm a lifetime member of the Actors Studio.
Wow.
So in 2015, 2016, Paul and David were really encouraging and pushed me or dragged me by the hair, kicking and screaming, and said, "You've got to get back to this. You really got to do it." And Estelle asked me to work on The Last Days of Judas Iscariot by Stephen Adly Gerges at the Actors Studio, and that started the ball rolling. And
Okay.
yeah.
The rest is history. Now you're back in the game. You're playing,
Yeah.
you're acting again.
Grateful.
You're on the screens.
Whew.
Amazing, right?
Yeah, it is.
Will you go back to the owning a bar? Would you ever think about that again?
I don't know, and that's just honest.
Right.
You know, it was an amazing experience. It changed my life.
Right.
The people changed my life,
Right.
and it made me fearless in so many ways. So I think that segueing now informs the work in a way that could not have been informed
If
when
you
I
had-
first started.
Right.
That bar was a lot of hard work.
Right.
You know, and when you look back and you look at the good times, but there were rough moments.
Yeah. 14 years, I'm sure.
Whew.
A lot of ups and downs.
Yeah.
So you
But-
left the bar world alone and you decided to get back into the
I did.
acting world.
I did.
But before you did the bar thing, were you in anything big before you did the bar thing, or was it after?
You know, it was all the big stuff. Well, what's happening now happened after.
Oh, wow.
You know, I did some television and things were going well. And I
What
worked,
shows were you on before
Law and Order. I was on Law and Order, The Beat, and Deadline. And that's The Beat is where I met David Zayas. And I did a film with Jerry Schatzberg called The Day the Ponies Come Back. And
The Days the Pony. Is that a gambling movie?
No, The Day the Ponies Come Back. It was a movie about a jazz musician that came to New York to find his father. Gotcha. And then I decided to open the bar on a dare, kind of. And
I dare you to open a bar.
yeah, kind of. You can't do that. What? I can't what?
Oh, okay.
But I also wanted to do something because I didn't want to be marginalized. and push to the side and complain about it.
Right.
So I wanted
Gotcha.
to be a part of the process. So then things moved forward, and I couldn't do both. I realized that, although I wanted my autonomy so I could be an actor, it was not possible.
Right.
So I decided to focus on the bar and put acting on a shelf, but I thought about it all the time.
All the time, right?
Yeah, every day.
Your passion, your heart is that.
I missed it.
Right.
And like I said, David Zayas and Paul Calderon called me up and said, hey, we want to do this. You want to get involved? And I was like, absolutely. And I was terrible. But they were patient and kind and nurturing.
right.
And Estelle, the same. And I just got embraced by this.
Terrible how?
amazing-
Like, did you do something funny on set that was like, oh my God, what is she doing?
No, I did a reading at Intern, and I was awful.
Is it awful?
It was terrible, and I was mortified.
You probably wasn't that bad.
No, I was mortified.
You're self-judging.
Of course.
Yeah.
But I was encouraged. And I think that is the biggest, cheapest gift you can give is encouragement. And then as the bar is closing, I started booking. I did Judas Iscariot. I got a new agent. They're wonderful. And then I booked like Luke Cage and Orange is the New
That's
Black.
right, you were on Luke
That's
Cage.
right. Yeah.
I love Luke Cage.
Yeah, it was
I'm
a
waiting
great
for that show to come back.
He watches a lot of TV.
Yeah,
Yeah, I watched.
Alfred Woodard is dope. Everybody was great. First of all, everybody was great.
They filmed that in New York?
They did film it in New York. It was in the jailhouse out in Queens.
Okay.
And
It's supposed to be in no, it's supposed to be Harlem based, but they did Queens.
creative license. And then Orange is the New Black, which was also amazing.
Wait, let's not walk away from Luke Cage.
Luke Cage was
Tell
great.
people what you did on Luke Cage. What was your role? Like, what
Well,
happened?
most of the roles that I've played, they're usually a criminal, which is fun. My first role as a criminal, I was a
So
murderer.
talk about Luke Cage. What did you do
Luke
on Luke
Cage.
Cage?
I was Callie Calloway on Luke Cage, which she ran the prison. She ran the women's part of the prison, and she goes to Alfred Woodard's character and says, "Okay, you need help. I'm here to help you, but you gotta pay me." You've grown. Mabel sure would be proud. It's a shame you in here, though.
Yeah, well. Thanks for keeping my back.
Don't thank me yet, bitch. Mabel didn't do right by me.
That's my fault.
We'll protect you. But you're gonna have to pay us.
You know I'm good. I am good for it. Just one condition. I want to carve my name in that Jamaican bitch that threw kerosene up in my hair. Let me hold some.
Basically, and then she kills me, and then I die beautifully on camera.
I remember that.
You remember that?
R.I.P.
I know, right? That
You
was
didn't
lovely.
sleep after that, right? It was heartbreaking.
But it was so much fun.
Using your word, I was mortified.
I was mortified. No, I wasn't. That was great. I really enjoyed it, and Alfred Woodard is so generous. And as is Epatha Murkison, one of my first roles on Law and Order. That's where I started it.
Got you. So Orange is the New Black.
Yes. She was great. She was really funny.
I saw your reel. I seen. I was like, oh wow, okay. She's a real actress.
Channeling.
How did you get on Orange is the New Black?
Through my
It seems like
agent.
everybody we interview lately has been Orange is the New
Yeah.
How do you do that?
You know,
except for us. But I
right.
don't act. But I wish.
Black. We're just black is the new black.
Yeah, right? You go through the audition process, and that one it just worked.
Just
Yeah.
And
kinda
what was
really
your role
worked.
on Orange is the New Black? So you got to tell some of our people because some of them are
Okay,
not.
I
you know,
played
they don't-
I played a prisoner, and she was very upset that somebody stole her beefaroni. So basically, and gave me alphabet soup.
Oh no.
So I was very upset about that, but I didn't get killed though.
You didn't shank anybody?
No. I was hoping.
So you was with the black girls then?
I was with all the girls in the yard.
No, but I'm saying because that's a real popular Spanish. Like I just feel like Orange is the New Black is a real Spanish kind of.
You know,
It's black people on there, but it was a lot like the gang. When they look at the gangs, it just seemed like the Spanish people had all the.
She's wonderful. Judy Reyes, yeah, she's lovely.
Yeah.
In it. Everybody is great, but it was a mixed yard. You know,
Right.
it was a mixed yard. So, and I think that happens.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was.
It's over for right. They
It's
finished
done.
it?
Yeah, they're done.
Yeah.
They're in it.
The
They
same
went
thing
into
with
the
Did they get
It's
life
done.
sentences, or how do they finish the show? What happens? Everybody got
Yeah, I think didn't the prison close or something?
They let everybody out.
I
You're
don't know
you're
how
all
they did
released.
it.
The show's over.
Yeah,
She
it
was
took
like,
me-
"Well, I wasn't
it
on
took-
another
I
episode,
wasn't
so I don't
on
get
it, so wow. It took me a long time. I auditioned a lot for that show, and finally I got on it. So I was really
They just
excited.
executed everybody.
It's
Good.
like,
Thank
yeah.
you. It's over. Show's over.
Yeah, it was a great show though. I liked it.
Yeah, it was a lot of women.
Yeah, that's what happens in a women's prison. Yeah,
It's my thing.
well written. It's well written.
So let's get to the drum roll.
The drum roll.
Yeah,
That's right.
You played on one of Raymond's favorite groups.
That's right.
He loves
What?
Wu-Tang.
What an amazing gift! Wow, it's like it's a great
And they have
show.
like a cult following, so that you're probably now recognized in Japan. And
Oh my
all around
gosh,
the world, 'cause
what a wonderful,
Yeah.
like I said, it's a wonderful gift.
Have you been getting stopped or anything that people like noticed? That
one
you were-
person? So I'm just like,
She said
oh.
one person.
Listen,
It's like, yeah, mom, it was me.
it was right. Thanks, mom. No, it was lovely, but
What was that experience like? How did that happen? They see you in the street or?
no, I auditioned for the role.
audition. Everything's
No.
audition.
I'm not talking about the
Oh,
audition.
somebody noticed me?
The one that noticed you. Where was it at?
I was at an audition.
Oh, you was at an audition?
Yeah.
Oh, for something else? Mm-hmm. Okay.
She just works. She's working.
Listen, you got to hustle.
You
You
gotta
got to hit the
hustle,
ground
you gotta
running. It's amazing. The cast, incredible, and I spoke. You know, working with RZA, he gave me so much information about Ann Coles, which is Ghostface mom.
Okay. Because you play Ghostface mother.
Yeah, I would love to meet Dennis. I mean, I have so much compassion for this woman and playing these characters because, you know, oh, you're the crackhead, oh, you're the drunk. I mean, these are people with lives and layers and you know, then it's like, I don't want to play these roles. No, I want to play these roles. I
Right.
really want to be challenged by it because it is difficult. It's not one dimensional.
Right.
And to have the opportunity to do that is
Yeah, it's definitely
wonderful.
hard being a crackhead.
It is.
You don't have experience being a crackhead. I'm serious. They're the best actors on the
What?
planet.
They're and on the move.
Them motherfuckers can tell you anything. You ever come across a crackhead? They like, yo, I got this, I got this.
Yeah.
They're outside cleaning my rims. right now.
That's
right.
right. Yeah, I play a crackhead in Javier Molina's film Wonder, Gabriel Furman's film Wonder.
Wow.
Yeah, so I play a crackhead in that. So, you know, it's for me, it's
I
important.
had a crackhead try to sell me water knobs. Like, what? What a water knob. I got a hot water. I'm like, what? You know the shit you use for your shower?
Yeah.
That's what I am trying to sell
And
me.
you ain't buy it?
I was like, no, nigga, I don't need that shit,
I
man.
got one.
We always need a water knob. Water knobs break. You should have bought it.
I'm sure he
That's
thought
because you
that it was a
own
great
buildings
idea.
and shit like that. So he's
Right.
like, yeah, he'd have bought that shit.
I'm
I'd have
sure he
bought it.
thought it was a great idea.
I'd have bought it.
I'm the tenant. I'm just not going to pay the rent till they fucking fix my
Do you
water
know what
knob.
happened to my water? I let this guy come in and use the bathroom. Now I ain't got no knobs. What
They're
happened?
like, I'm using the bathroom.
That's true. I'd have bought it. I'd have bought that, some roof shingles.
Yeah,
anything else like
right?
that. I could use that. Something's gonna break somewhere. I'll take
Tiles.
Oh wow.
So yeah, Wonder play the crackhead Henny, and you know it's a lovely story as well. But Wu-Tang is and Wu-Tang is amazing, and Dennis's story is amazing.
Wow.
You know, his two brothers had muscular dystrophy, and he basically took care of them.
Raised them, took care of them.
And his mom, you know, she had challenges. And I'm sure we all know people like that.
Right,
and
right.
and they're close to us. I know it personally. So I had a lot of personal.
Were you familiar with Wu-Tang? Like,
You know,
and that might seem like a crazy question because
No,
everybody's
it's
not into
not.
hip hop. You know what I mean?
it's not, because when that was happening, I was fostering my sister's kids. So I was too busy working at I worked at Big Beat Records.
Okay.
And I was a temp for Warner Brothers and Time Warner, and And I didn't have time to really pay attention to a lot other than
whatever
working
music-
and putting food on the table.
Right.
Gotcha.
So the kids were. They're not kids anymore. They're grown.
Wow.
They were, yeah. So
Were there any funny stories on set that happened at the Wu-Tang
No.
filming? Nothing? Come on, man.
it was a great set. They were hustling. They had a lot of work to do.
Any other members come by to check you out?
I only met RZA,
Okay.
and he was, like I said, he's
He's
amazing.
a great actor, actually. People don't, like, you think about, he's been in a lot of movies, and it's
He
like,
has such a wealth and well of artistry.
yeah, he was great
and
in American
business.
Gangster.
Right,
Remember him in
that's it.
American Gangster? He was great as one of the detectives.
Scores
He was-
movies.
I have a lot of
he does
respect.
acting,
Yeah.
he
I have a lot
definitely
of
gets his
respect for
business on.
As a business person and as an artist, I mean, Wu-Tang is everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah, and they have
Branded globally.
pull off the posters. You see it on 38th Street. You can pull off the post. It's incredible marketing, and it's incredible, and everybody on it is great. Everybody is really, really, really good.
So I'm wondering, how did you get the like acting bug? Like, what got you into that? As a child,
It was a dare.
It was a dare.
Yeah, a dare.
Seems everybody dare you to do
yeah,
stuff.
and then I was living in Texas.
Oh,
Getting
so
a-
you're from Texas.
I'm not from Texas.
No.
No,
You were
I was
just
living
living
in
out there.
Texas.
Okay.
I was married to the army,
Okay.
and I was living in Texas.
She got the army shirt on. Like, hoorah.
Yeah, right. And they were auditioning for a play
In
it was
Texas?
In Texas, in El
Okay.
Paso, at the El Paso Playhouse. And somebody said, "I dare you to go down there." And I was just
You
like,
know how to get her started. You just got to dare her. She'll go do
really?
it.
I was like, really? So I show up, and I just thought it was hilarious to see all these actors and a guy in a top hat and a handlebar mustache, and I was like, wow, you guys are corny. So the director, God rest his soul, Paul Hurt, he said, okay, so what are you going to do? What monologue? And I was like, oh, I had to do a monologue? I was like, I didn't know that, because of course I had no
You were-
experience. I
no
didn't know.
experience, right.
And he goes, okay, do the alphabet in 3 different emotions.
Just ABCs.
Yep. And I did it angry, and then angrier, and then really angry.
Oh wow.
And I got the job.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
He took a
So-
risk. He said,
yeah,
no
he did.
experience, but let's do it.
And the first day I walked out on stage, it was like I opened my arms and fell backwards, and the universe grabbed me and took me. And when I woke up, it was the end of the play. The show was done. And I was like, I need to do this.
Wow.
So that was the start. And then I moved back to New York
Okay.
and proceeded to meet really talented actors, and was terrified and didn't pursue it at all for years.
All your peers are like
Yeah,
amazing.
they're
Like, wow,
like-
how does he do that? How does he channel that?
I know. They're like, and what do you do? And I was like, nothing.
Water?
I was like, yeah. So I skirted around and did whatever I could, because I had 2 kids.
Right.
And raising 2 kids, didn't have them, but raising them. And I worked in publicity, and I worked in marketing, and I worked at magazines, and I worked in production. I did craft services. I did everything except act. And I was working at German Vogue, as a matter of fact, and taking acting classes. And I
German Vogue?
worked at German Vogue, yeah.
What? I know
is that like
Vogue,
the
so it's like
Vogue,
the
but like a
German
German
version of
edition?
There's
Vogue?
a German Vogue, there's Italian Vogue, there's French Vogue.
Oh, they got like chapters.
Do you
Yeah.
speak German? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So how do you learn how to speak German?
I lived in Germany for a while.
Oh,
and
okay.
Just,
Oh, I
yeah.
forgot Army.
Do me a favor.
Yeah.
Say, Ahmed, you are sexy. In German.
Get out of here.
Ahmed,
tried. Okay.
du bist sehr, sehr sexy.
Oh, we record
That
that.
just sound French.
No, it was German.
German.
You made that up, or that's how you say it?
Well, I just said it, yeah.
She probably
that's
said some
really-
wild
that's
shit.
real-
You
oh,
don't
Well, I
know.
just use sexy because it's American. So. Yeah, so I, again, my teacher, I was dilly-dallying around and not going to class, and he was like, okay, I'm going to kick you out of class because you're not serious about this.
Oh, wow.
So I quit, got fired from German Vogue, and decided that I was going to just collect unemployment and do this for 6 months.
Act like studying.
Yeah, that's it. And the kids were off and gone, and
Okay.
and that's what I did. And that's when I booked the Law and Orders and worked with Jerry Schatzberg. And then I got into the actor's studio. I auditioned and got into the actor's studio. And then I decided to open a bar and stopped acting.
How hard is it to learn to be like a qualified actress? Like
You never stop learning.
you never stop learning.
It's like
there's
any
never
artist.
there's never a finish line where, okay, I'm great now.
No.
Oh, it's just an ongoing
You're always,
process.
it's a malleable process. And if you are an artist, then you don't stop.
You just keep going,
Right.
keep studying.
You just grow. You work toward growing.
Do you have like an advice for like a young person that wants to become an actress or actor? What would you tell them?
First of all, late bloomers are fine. I'm a late bloomer, but I'm an early riser.
Okay,
Never take no for an answer. A closed mouth doesn't get fed.
agreed.
You know, and if you get a no, move on or go above them. As far as
I like that
acting,
one.
just keep at it. Hone your instrument.
Right.
Learn your craft because it's not by accident.
Right.
It takes concentration and focus and hard work. And, you know, there are people that are gifted and can show up and do it, but you can't always just rely on instinct.
Right.
You have to really do the work. And if you look at Olivia Colman and Liza Cologne, Zayas, if you watch, you know, she is so amazing. And David Makes Man. I mean, anyway, let's plug their show. You just watch really talented actors and the process they go through, and it's hard work. And you know, don't stop.
studying and stuff.
Yeah, just commit to it.
Commit to it, right?
It's not a part-time thing.
Sometimes I watch on Instagram and everybody's like this little actress or whatever, making little 1 minute things. And I'm just like, you're not an actor. Don't put you're an actress. You're just doing little things. Like you got to be qualified to call yourself that. Like it's like every other thing. You have to learn it and learn your craft and learn you know, study it, research it, learn the people before you, know where you want, you know.
There's a history, and I stand on broad shoulders.
Right.
Diane Carroll, rest her soul. You know, I remember the show Julia. It was an amazing show. I was like, black people are on TV. You know, and you know, when I owned the bar, I didn't talk about acting because I wasn't acting.
Right.
And the last thing I wanted to do was be a talker
Right.
rather than a doer. A lot of people didn't know that I was acting. They were like, weren't you on that? I was like, yeah, that's it. They're like, wow. And I'm like, yeah. And so it's been a really lovely, almost seamless process to get back.
Transition back into
Yeah.
acting.
And I'm so grateful for it because I'm embraced
Now
by
you're
an amazing
doing what you
community.
love. I'm sure that
Yeah.
staying in the bars till 4 or 5 in the morning sometimes is not cool dealing with drunk people.
Well, listen, you cannot negotiate with drunk or crazy.
Yeah.
But it was an amazing process because even if it was a pile of crap, sometimes I was on top of it and it was mine and I built it.
Right.
And there's a power in that, and there's an autonomy in that, and you belong to a part of a community, and it's the people that make you valid, not the other way around. And when you become a cornerstone, it gives you such confidence. You're fearless because you know what you're fighting for.
Right.
And that has completely informed all the work I'm doing as an actor now. I don't think that I would be the artist that I am now had I not gone through that process because I wasn't ready before. I didn't, although I think the talent and the love for it was there, I was afraid of it. And it prevented me from being full.
Right.
And now I have nothing to lose.
Confidence.
Yeah.
You go in there secure.
Yeah, it's a different animal now, and I'm so excited about it.
Right.
Because
There's no options like
no,
it's
and
just
I'm not
that's
an
what I'm doing.
ingenue, and I know that, and I get it.
Right.
So that's off the table. So there's no pressure, and I'm solid. I have good friends. I've got a great network, and you know, I've got a wonderful husband, and you know, I'm so lucky, and a community. You know, I'm doing a blog party actually for the neighborhood. I did the first one in 2017,
So
and
when is that?
on Sunday, the 20th, old school.
Old school.
Yeah,
That's what's
double
up.
Dutch. Actually, Keo did a mural for me 2 years ago. Keo, Chino, T-shirt Suede. They did Underhill with
Okay.
Underdog. It's beautiful, and they're gonna.
This is in Brooklyn?
Yeah, it's on Underhill Avenue and between Eastern Parkway and St. John's. And double Dutch, kids games, pumpkin painting, basketball hoop, you know, stuff for the kids so they feel that they're a part of it.
It's nice. Yeah, do stuff for the community.
Yeah,
That's incredible.
really excited about that.
Take care of the kids.
Have to, because they're going to take care of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have to, yeah, or not.
I
Yeah.
don't know, depending who raises them.
I know, right?
Well, I'm a
Tell me.
Sigma, so my fraternity brother, naturally, James Baldwin. He
Wonderful.
said something very special, and that was that his quote. He had a lot of quotes, but one thing I remember is that he said, "Our children, we will profit or pay for what our children do."
That's right.
Profit or pay.
That's
What our
right.
children do.
That makes sense.
That's absolutely beautiful.
And it was like, and it always stuck with me. And I'm like, it's true that like we build our future for these young people. You can't go, oh, well, I'm good. You're not good because
That's right.
this is who we have to lead the future. We don't have a choice.
Absolutely. I mean, nurturing and encouragement and an example. From everything we do, from the moment your feet hit the floor, we are an example. And it's not talking, it's doing.
Right.
And how we walk in the street, how we use our phones, how we teach them how to cross the street.
Right.
Every single thing we do, kids are watching.
Right.
And now with the interweb everywhere, it's powerful. And your voices, thank you so much for what you do. Your voices are so powerful and needed.
Right.
So,
Well, I just drink at the bar, but hey, you should definitely.
yeah, they are delicious cocktails. I have to
But
tell you.
I don't know, Ray. You got any other questions? Because I know you got a. But I mean,
What do you want people to know about you? I know you do a little,
Wow.
little activism.
I love, this is an opportunity now to have a broader voice, even
Right.
though,
You have a platform that
yeah, and the bar was that, but there's still a community there, and it's important to be involved in your community and those decisions and vote.
voting is important.
Power is in the vote,
I agree.
and taking responsibility, that's, and what should people know about
well,
me?
you don't sound like a Trump supporter, so.
Who?
You don't know who that is.
Next. I just, what you see is what you get.
Right. The
There's
realness.
no.
So we want to thank you for coming out, hanging
Thank you
out
so
with
much for
us.
having me.
Tell the people your IGs and Instagram.
Delissa R on Instagram.
Oh,
and
do you have anything, a project we should be could be looking out for? It's
Not-
up on the IBM.
Her stuff is all private. She can't release.
No, but
the
if it's
stuff.
up on the
What?
IBM, you could tell us.
Not quite yet, but I'm always out there, hitting the pavement and to do good work. Ultimately I want to do good work, and if you believe it, and I believe it, then that's the point.
That's what's
I
up.
love it.
Thank
Give
you so
everybody
much.
your social media so they can
Okay.
reach you, they can see you. I saw your website. Your website is amazing.
Thank you.
I saw your reel.
Thank you.
Really nice.
Thank you so much. Delissa R. And that's the same for my Facebook, although I haven't been on Facebook.
Tang.
Wu-Tang.
Tang.
What? No, it's lovely. It's a great show. So watch Wu-Tang
Well, thank you
on
for hanging out
Hulu.
with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so
See you
much.
in the future.
I look forward to it.